I'm Dr. Iliana Alanis. I'm a professor in the PhD in Interdisciplinary Learning and Teaching program, but I'm also the graduate advisor of record for the PhD program, which is the GAR. And the GAR basically serves as a liaison between students and faculty and serves to ensure that students have a positive experience as they proceed through the program. Okay. When students enter the PhD in ILT, they come in through a cohort model, and where we typically admit 12 to 20 students per year. They take their initial courses together as much as possible so that they are developing a community of learners that are progressing through and navigating the program. Faculty are also responsible for developing a community feel for students as they learn to move from being a student to being an academic or moving into academia and what that means to be a scholar. So we really do follow a community-based model of learning. The PhD in Interdisciplinary Learning and Teaching is rooted in an intentional framework of thinking about education through an equity-based and social justice perspective. So students in the program develop a deep knowledge about their cognate area while still maintaining a multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary focus on education. They examine educational problems from multiple perspectives using a social justice lens, which propels flexible thinking, and they integrate diverse disciplines and frameworks into a heavy focus on research. And I think what makes the PhD in ILT unique is that we approach the education of teachers from an interdisciplinary stance. So we are looking at exploring how disciplines approach inquiry, examining diverse ways of learning, and integrating interdisciplinary perspectives and cultural diversity into every aspect of culture and learning, teaching and learning. And I think also what makes us unique is that we are heavily focused on community-based learning using that social justice perspective. And then lastly, what makes us unique is that although we are a PhD in Interdisciplinary Learning and Teaching, we have 5 cognate areas that our students can select from. And they can choose from early childhood elementary education, literacy or special education, curriculum and instruction, or learning design and technology as their cognate areas. I think when students come into the PhD in ILT at UTSA, they're working with faculty who are engaged in cutting edge research, not just in Texas, but nationally. Faculty are engaged in funded research projects through associations or organizations such as the National Science Foundation, the U.S. Department of Education. And so students are working alongside faculty, developing their research skills, their leadership skills. And then I think that the PhD in ILT advances students' intellectual and professional development through research, critical reflection and dialogue, social responsibility, and transformative leadership. We are preparing students to work as faculty in institutes of higher education, to take on leadership positions within their local education agencies such as K-12 schools, and even leadership positions within nonprofit agencies within their local communities. And I feel that by the time they leave our program, they are ready to take on those leadership positions, whether it's in institutes of higher education or their local education agencies.